pressure scenario, they become a better player. Someone who can break down the skill. This is something that none of that prepared me for. One of the best coaches I've ever had was a guy named Moses. My performance went to another level. That was the best season I've ever had up until that point. But he never taught me any technical skills. So no mechanical breakdowns, no strike with the laces, inside foot, open up this way. So how did he do it? I was already obsessed with the technical details. I was practicing every single day. I analyzed movements. I was on YouTube searching up all those tutorials that I know you probably watch as well. And you can find me on the field just practicing over and over and over again. So what did Moses do when he met me? Every time we interacted, he just showed me that he believed in me. So every single practice, every single game, not by loud or inspirational, motivational speeches, but just the respect and the trust that he had in me. Just the tone in his voice. It took some time, but once I was convinced that he believed in me truly, my confidence went up and I started to execute those skills that I already had in my bag into game scenarios more frequently. Let's say we have two athletes, athlete A and athlete B. Athlete A already understands the technique, practices a ton, super motivated, but when it comes to high pressure scenarios, their confidence is low. So if athlete A comes into practice and they start making technical errors, is the coach gonna continue piling on technical feedback? Like, make sure you put your foot here, make sure you rotate your hips this way. How do you think the athlete will feel? Will it help their performance that day? And on the other end of the spectrum, you have athlete B. So athlete B loves soccer, high energy, really receptive to feedback, high confidence, but their movement and their technique is just a mess. Those athletes need clear instructions, someone who can break down the skill and get them to repeat that through practice over and over again. So athlete B doesn't need more encouragement. If athlete B continues to be encouraged without strict technical breakdowns, will they ever become an elite mover? Let's add another athlete, athlete C. Athlete C doesn't quite have the technical abilities or even knowledge yet. They also don't have the highest confidence. Overload these athletes with technical corrections and you've lost them. If you keep encouraging them, they might never learn the movement at a high level. The goal when working with these athletes is to build confidence and competence at the same time. Shrink the task, make it simpler. Instead of demanding their whole body to organize into the optimal position, maybe we just make good contact on the ball using the correct part of the foot. For today, once they're successful at that, their confidence will go up. You keep repeating that process, keep adding small technical goals, they're successful, their confidence goes up. And once their confidence is up here, then we can give them a bigger technical task to try out. Something that I witnessed from a lot of coaches today is when they get frustrated because they feel like they're giving the athlete everything that they possibly can, technically, but the athlete just isn't getting it. They're not practicing enough. They're not practicing with enough intensity. They're explaining and demoing the movement. Put your foot here, push the ball like this. They're trying to motivate by going, faster, faster, let's go, let's go. They're designing the right drills, but the athlete just isn't bringing it. So yes, the athlete does need to focus and prepare themselves for every single session, every single event, but the coaches also need to ask themselves an even harder question. Have we really tried to get the athlete to the point where they're ready to learn? Have we built enough rapport? Ask them about their day, try to understand why they're frustrated or tired or overwhelmed. How much time and energy are we spending to get the athlete to the point where they're ready to receive the feedback that we want to give? Things that we're really excited about, the technical stuff, the tactical stuff. For me personally, this is something that years of school, a master's degree, courses, none of that prepared me for. I learned this just from spending more time with my athletes on and off the field, checking up on them through email, dedicating 5 minutes at the beginning or end or even in the middle of a session to get to know them better. After really starting to care for the players, the amount of technical feedback that they're ready to receive has increased. And as a result, they become a better player. And as a result for me, I become a better coach because now I've contributed to an athlete who's on this trajectory, but now they're on a steeper trajectory. It took me years of real on-field coaching to realize the effect that Moses had on me during that magical season where my performance was taken to another level. Now, one disclaimer, as an athlete progresses in their soccer journey, and once they get to the professional level, just like their technical, physical, and all those other abilities get stronger, their mental abilities will also get stronger and more consistent. The expectation is that they're ready to receive that technical and tactical feedback at a high level on a consistent basis. Even professional players are human, so they may have a rough day here and there, but it shouldn't really be that frequent. Now for a grassroots player, just like their technical abilities aren't that consistent yet, the amount of times they can show up to a session mentally ready to receive technical and tactical feedback might not be as consistent either. So get to know your athlete, and give them exactly what they need every single day, get them to improve every single day. And before you know it, they'll also have the best season they've ever had. Make it happen. Because at the end of the day, good coaches don't just train technical and tactical skills. They plan, they work hard, they find creative ways to make every single athlete that they're training a better player, whatever it takes. If you found this information helpful, not helpful, if you have any feedback or comments, please let me know. I have so many ideas that I just want to yap about, but I also want to structure it in a way that provides value to anyone that might be watching this, the players that I work with, the parents of the players that I work with. So if you have any feedback or comments, let me know in the comments, or if you know me personally, just shoot me a DM or the next time we train. And thank you so much for watching.